We're about to spend the next 4 days sailing through remote islands here in the Philippines, camping on deserted beaches and exploring places that you can't reach any other way. We're in Palawan, a chain of islands in the western Philippines, often referred to as the country's last ecological frontier. This place is known for its towering limestone cliffs, crystal clear lagoons, and more than 1,700 islands. And the only way to really explore them is by boat. So for the next 4 days, this traditional Filipino bunker is our home as we sail from El Nido to Coron, stopping at hidden beaches, remote reefs, and tiny island villages along the way. If you were to imagine what a paradise island looked like, I think this island where we stayed last night would be exactly what you pictured. Yesterday, we jumped on a tour with Buho Isla Eco Tours, and we're spending the next 4 days on a boat traveling from one island to the next here in Palawan. Yesterday was absolutely beautiful, but it was more the journey of just getting here and sleeping in this beautiful cabana and watching the sunset on this gorgeous beach. Today, we are going to first have breakfast, and then we are going to be making our way to even more beautiful, even more remote islands here in Palawan.
So there's no Uber here. And the boat is about 50 meters away, so
we get to swim to our boat to start the day. Very short sail this morning, and we've arrived at our first destination for the day. Apparently, Daryl, our guide, has said that this is going to be a highlight for snorkeling for the trip. Woo!
we've actually come to a village called Elsie. It's a nice bit of a change, and we have a good weather today as well, so escaping the heat by hiding under the shade and trees. Jacqueline unfortunately is not feeling well. She's gonna stay on board and get some rest, which is a real shame. This is a very rural aspect that is only, like I said, an island, so not very accessible by a road.
What's your name?
My name is Max. What's your name?
Dandan.
Dandan.
Yeah. Go man. Hello man. No.
Hello guys.
Hi. Go man.
This is very cool. You got like a 8-year-old boy riding a scooter with 2 other boys in the back seat. Love it. Absolutely love this. This is Mabel. Okay. Mabel is #1 chef. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mabel.
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, if you want, you check, you go like this, you smile. Good cameraman now. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Real nice, real nice. Batman.
Hello. What is this game?
Pool.
Pool, but different, eh? It's very nice. Never see. Can I try? Oh no, terrible. Can we play one game? Yeah. This is so nice. Hey! Whoa! Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Never played that game of pool before. It was so unique. 4 holes on a flat slate piece of wood. Very nice. A quick interruption before we head to our next island. Just wanted to thank today's sponsor, Air Alo, which came in absolutely clutch for the problem that you saw with Jacqueline being so sick during this trip, because we were extremely grateful to have connection during this trip to be able to sort of diagnose her symptoms with a bit of internet to tell us that things are going to be okay. And for this one, they're actually doing something very different. The first 100 people that go and use our link, Max and Jack Free, will get not the usual $3 off discount, but a full 20%. That's right, 20% discount of the first eSIM purchase. So we've been using AirAllo for the last 4 years, and ever since we've started traveling, whenever we land into a new country, boom, we are connected the moment we land. And I've told you 100 times, but it is absolutely amazing to just be able to connect right away the moment you land. Now, if Philippines is next on your itinerary, and that's why you're watching this video, do not be alarmed, they are fully covered. They also have a regional package for whole Southeast Asia. They also have 200 countries and regions that provides you a connection the moment you land. So I highly recommend you to go and use this very unique, in 4 years of travel, this is the first time we've done it. The first 100 people that click the link will get 20% off the purchase. So if you've got a trip coming up, especially in remote places like this, having connection makes things a whole lot smoother. All right, let's get back to those islands. Sketchy business.
Come to our lunch spot for the day, but we're trying to cross from one floating vessel to another floating vessel.
What's your head?
There's a swimming pool. Yeah, this one.
This is really beautiful spot to stop for lunch, and hopefully I'll be able to get some food down.
Yeah, just feeling a bit better at least, so that's all that matters.
Yes.
That's better.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Yes! Success!
I honestly cannot believe they just brought all of that food across and not a single thing was dropped. The crew is amazing.
So obviously this is a destination to some place, so there are going to be moments where we have to suffer through a bit of rocky seas, and that happens to be one of those times. So I highly suggest you, if you come here, be prepared to have a lot of wet stuff or have a lot of dry bags like a lot of people have, but you will have a lot of places that are wet.
So we're making our last stop for the day before we head to camp, and it's a snorkeling and beach stop.
Very excited to the camps, because the first 2 camps have been very different yet very similar, but very excited to see what the third camp will look like.
So tonight's actually our last night camping, and it'll be our 3rd island. And today has just been, wow, so spectacularly beautiful. Cruising through the Philippines islands is gotta be on your bucket list of things to do. We've just arrived at our 3rd and final campsite. Currently here they have irriganji, which is, you might know it as box jellyfish. Basically it's a really deadly jellyfish, and you do not want to be stung by one of those. So we're not actually allowed to swim, which means the crew are gonna have to kayak us all across.
Thank you. Oh,
This is a bit cute.
this is so adorable.
All of our camps have been so picturesque, like the picture perfect deserted island camp. It's been amazing. I'll show you guys around the bathroom so you kind of know what to expect. You have everything you need except hot water.
Which you don't probably need.
Privacy screen.
privacy screen, a tree.
So this is the toilet situation that you're dealing with. And pretty much at all the camps, like this is exactly what we've had. They have a small little toilet and you are flushing with a bucket. So it's all very rustic. Nothing is like plumbed in here. However, at the other camps that we've been at, they did have either like a hose or a shower head to have a proper shower. But at this one, it looks like we'll be having a bucket shower. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but after having been in the salt water all day, it feels very good. It is such a beautiful morning. I actually had probably the best night's sleep in this whole trip. And right now, Chef Robert and Chef Mabel are in the kitchen. They're cooking us breakfast. They're hopefully brewing some hot water. There's only instant coffee on this trip, which is the only terrible thing. But I mean, when you're this remote, honestly, any coffee is good coffee. So Buhai Eco Tours, they actually do a 5-day, 4-night trip as well. So we did the 3-night, 4-day trip, and there's also 2 nights, 3 days. 2 nights and 3 days, honestly, would go all way too quick. But if you were short on time, obviously that would be your option. 3 nights, 4 days has felt really good, but I think I could do 1 more night.
Yeah.
I think 4 nights, 5 days might be perfect.
I'm supposed to do it. We slide it in and out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, great. You?
Good.
Good.
Morning commute, not too shabby.
Morning, sir.
Well, hello there.
Oh, good morning, ma'am.
Did it without a fall.
Without a fall, graceful as a gazelle. We have made it to our first stop of the day. Look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely impeccable. Some of the guys are over snorkeling at the moment. We just swam from the boat to shore, and Daryl, our guide, told us if we walk through this path that we can get to the other side and there'll be another beach. And it's just picture perfect here. With the blue water, the white sand. Oh, what a way to start our final day. We're just crossing through the island to the other side where there's another beach. But like, there's nothing on this island. It's super small, but there's a path to walk through. And this is proper tropical paradise. We're hopefully gonna get some coconuts. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he just climbed that tree like with such grace and ease and is like posing and playing games up there. That was very impressive. Wow, you gotta drink quick. It comes out so quickly because we basically had to smash it against a tree. But all the electrolytes in this after I was sick, this would be so good for me right now.
One of the most cleanest water in the world.
Max is trying to climb the coconut tree, but unfortunately, it's a lot harder than it looks. Carlos is gonna show him how it's done.
Yeah. Want more? Yeah.
All those muscles are just for show.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to. I need to remove my shirt. It's really important. It's this way.
Okay.
To bring
Okay.
the other way.
Wow.
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 Oh, look at all of that goodness.
You can survive in the island, brother.
After a short boat ride, we've made it to our second stop of the day. We actually are just going to go for a quick swim and a snorkel here because Chef Robert is whipping up a delicious lunch for us, which is actually going to be our last meal on the boat. So a quick swim and then a delicious final Chef Robert meal. I think that's what I'm going to miss the most, to be honest, is I'm not going to eat any more of Chef Robert's delicious food.
Okay, last but not the least, we have okay.
A beautiful and quick stop for our final stop here on this tour. I think this is it for the video, guys.
Overall, absolutely amazing. The food was probably my highlight.
It was the perfect amount of adventure and organization at the same time, where you really got to feel like a kid again. And having the crew was almost like having parents, because they worried about all the logistics, and you got to just be a kid and enjoy it and have fun and have no connection and just connect with all of the people on board. Incredible. I would do it again.